So, what if I told you that you could retire years earlier without earning a penny more? And that's just by using your 401k the right way. Yes, it's possible, but 90% of people are already doing it wrong. And the scary part? Well, you could be losing tens of thousands of dollars in free money without even knowing about it. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to maximize your 401k and retire faster than you ever thought possible. Oh, and just before we take a deep dive, it's imperative that you hit that like button and subscribe so that you get notified the minute we produce another game-changing video that affects your finances. And I promise you'll appreciate it. Now buckle up and let's plunge straight in. Now, most people think just contributing to a 401k is enough to secure their retirement, but that thinking is dead wrong. If you're not leveraging employer matching, you're avoiding hidden fees, and you're allocating your funds properly, well, you could be leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. And of course, that means working years longer than you ever need to. But don't worry, I'm going to break down exactly how to supercharge your 401k so you can retire earlier and with more money than you ever thought possible. So the biggest mistake I see people making, well, they're not taking full advantage of their employer match. Let's say your employer matches 100% of your contributions up to 5% of your salary. Well, if you're making $60,000 a year, that's $3,000 in free money that you're leaving on the table every single year if you don't max that out. So here's the fix. Find out what your employer match is and max out your contributions to get the full match. Well, it's like getting an instant 100% return on your investment. And get this, if you don't take that match, you're basically giving your employer free money back. And whatever you do, don't let that happen. Okay, so let's say you're already maxing out your employer match. The next step is to gradually increase your contributions by 1 to 2% every year. Now, why is that? Well, because you won't feel the difference in your paycheck, but over time, the compounding effect, wow, it's massive. So here's the math. If you make $60,000 and you contribute 10%, that's $6,000 a year. If that grows at an average of 8% annually after 30 years, that's over $680,000. And that's not including your employer match. Now, if you bump that up to 12%, and you're looking at over 800,000. So can you see how small adjustments now lead to massive payoffs later down the road? But here's the part that nobody tells you about, how you're probably losing thousands of dollars in hidden fees and how to stop it immediately. That's coming up in just a second. But first, let's talk about how to allocate your funds the right way. Now, a lot of people think very wrongly that their 401k is safe, and that's exactly why they're underperforming. If you're putting all your money into conservative funds or bonds, well, the bad news is you're essentially capping your growth. Now, here's what you should be doing. So, firstly, diversify across stocks, bonds, and index funds. Consider adjusting your risk level based on your age, more aggressive when you're younger, more conservative as you approach retirement. Also, focus on low-fee index funds to minimize costs and maximize returns. Don't panic. Here's the fix. Log on to your 401k portal and check the expense ratios. Anything over 0.5%, well, it's way too high. Switch to a low-cost alternative. Also, watch out for management fees because they literally eat up thousands over time. Even a 1% difference could cost you over $200,000 in lost returns over 30 years. So whatever you do, don't let that happen. Now, the good news is if you're over 50 or older, you're allowed to contribute more to your 401k. And that's a game changer if you're behind on retirement savings. So here's the strategy: under 50, max out at $23,000 a year. And that's a 2025 limit. If you're over 50, well, you can contribute an extra $7,500 a year. That's 30,500 in total. Maxing that out over 10 years, well, could add over 300,000 to your retirement fund. Now, this is how you make up for lost time and retire on your terms. Most 401ks only give you a limited menu of investments, but some employers allow you to open a self-directed 401k, which gives you way more control. This means you can now invest in real estate, individual stocks, and alternative assets. And remember, more options means higher growth potential. So talk to your HR department or plan administrator to see if it's available. Most people don't even know this is an option, but it could supercharge your returns. All right, you now have the blueprint to retire faster using your 401k, but there's one more strategy that could shave off years from your retirement timeline. And it's so powerful that even financial advisors don't like talking about it. And the good news is I'm covering that in one of my videos this week. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. And hey, if this video helped you, please smash that like button so more people can learn how to retire faster. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you currently maxing out your employer match? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out my forthcoming videos where I'll break down the secret tax loophole that could add $50,000 to your retirement funds. You don't want to miss it. Have a great day.